What is up, guys? Eric here from Real Film Reviews, bringing you another movie review, this time for the new Jonah Hill film, War Dogs. War Dogs is directed by Todd Phillips of The Hangover fame and stars Jonah Hill and Miles Teller as two junior high best friends who later in life decide that they want to get into arms dealing, and once they do, they start to realize that a lot more goes into it than just selling some guns. War Dogs was not the type of movie I expected it to be when walking in. I feel that it's being marketed as this very hilarious comedy from The Hangover director Todd Phillips, when really this is sort of a dramatic film about the arms dealing that goes on with the United States government and how they handle it around the world. And I actually thought the story was extremely interesting in this film, and it made me really want to read the book that it is based on, because these are two real guys that actually did what happens in this film, and to know that that happened is kind of insane when you see it all go down. But then it's also sort of telling you, like, hey, this is still a thing that goes on to this day. The arms dealing industry is not something that we all should just act like it doesn't exist, because it's a serious issue. And I think that the fact it's being marketed as a comedy instead of being as sort of a drama is sort of a shame. It has a little bit of a Wolf of Wall Street vibe in the sense that it is a dramatic film that has some pretty solid performances, but it's not so much a comedy as it is there are just funny moments in the movie. I don't think this film is directly a comedic film. I think that it just has funny moments placed throughout it. It's definitely leaning more towards a drama. Jonah Hill and Miles Teller both give good performances in this film, both were funny, and both handled the dramatic sequences well, and I also felt that the chemistry between the two characters worked very well throughout the film. This movie is funny. It did make me laugh multiple times in the theater, but it's just not a full-on comedy, which I feel like is one of the biggest issues with people that are going to see this movie. A lot of people will walk into this expecting a hilarious comedy and instead get a dramatic film that has some comedy in it. And along with that, I think the other issue is that in the second act near the end, it gets a little slow and starts to drag and feels repetitive for a little while. Once that passes, the third act I felt was very strong. But other than that, I thought that this movie was executed fairly well. I thought Todd Phillips pulled a little bit from Adam McKay's book with The Big Short in his direction. It had a little bit of that feel to it. It was not anywhere near as good as Adam McKay's direction of The Big Short, but I still thought Todd Phillips showed that he has a little more to him than just the Hangover movies. I'm gonna give War Dogs a B. I feel that this movie will suffer mostly from mismarketing, people going in and not getting what they expected out of it, but I don't think that this is a bad movie by any means, and if you enjoy Miles Teller or Jonah Hill, I would definitely go check this movie out, because it does have some really good moments, and I think that the two of them sort of save the movie from being something that could have felt very generic. Well, guys, I am back at home base. I have my old setup back. As you can see, I replaced a couple posters. We have Spotlight over here. And even though I know I just gave War Dogs a B, I actually think that it has a really cool marketing campaign, sort of Scarface themed, and I really like the poster, so I hung it up. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed the review, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of War Dogs, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and I hope to see you guys later.